welcome to Recount Part 3. We have now written our introduction. You have now drawn your pictures and explained what happened on Mother's Day. Now you're actually going to write your introduction. For this part, I'm going to be looking for you using time sequencing words. Words like first, then, later, next, after, and so on. I've only written part of mine. I've just written the first half of my recount. So I'm just going to bring that down here. Hope you can see it. Again, the lighting's not great today. So I've already written, actually, let's go back to my introduction so we know where we were. On my introduction, I wrote, on the weekend, I celebrated Mother's Day at home with my son, Ned. My eldest son could not come because of the coronavirus. Mother's Day is a time when children tell their mums how wonderful they are and how much they love them. But now I go on to the main part of my recount. So I start off with first. You don't have to start off with first. But first, Ned made me breakfast. It was bacon, eggs and avocado. My favourite. Then he gave me a card, chocolates and some bulbs to plant in the garden. They were daffodils and tulips. The plants would come out in spring. Next, we went to Bungendore and got a coffee, a hot chocolate and some cookies. Now, I will carry on writing. We did more than that. I planted out the bulbs. We had a meal in the evening. But you've got the idea of how to write a recount. You're doing the first, the next, the later. But also look how I added a little bit more detail in. I didn't just say he gave me hard chocolates and some bulbs. I gave a little bit more detail. I said that the bulbs were to plant in the garden. I also said they were daffodils and tulips, and I said they would come out in spring. I didn't just say we went to Bungendore. I also said what we got. We got a coffee and a hot chocolate and some cookies. So you give a little bit more detail. You're not just writing, I gave Mum a box of chocolates. Talk a little bit more and describe what actually happened.